Hello everyone, it's Randy I in Hamburg, Germany, here at Bucerius Law School. I'm here for the reunion of former Bucerius students. Some of you may know that in 2008 I was an international student here at Bucerius Law School. I did 4 months, loved it. International law and business law. Fantastic 4 months. This was my final year at Osgood Hall Law School, a law school in Toronto. There was an exchange with Bucerius Law School in Hamburg, Germany. Took advantage of that exchange and I never looked back. It was a really amazing experience. But here I am, 15 years later, in front of Bucerius Law School. This is actually the second day. Actually, to be honest, it's the third day of the reunion. There was an event Friday night, a full event on Saturday. I was here yesterday. There were speeches and ceremonies and dinner. So this is really the last day. I don't have the other events captured on camera, unfortunately. Yeah, a lot of the alumni are here. I think I'm the only one here from the class of 2008, unfortunately. So I did not manage to see many of my peers. I did see some of the professors and the administrators who are still here after 15 years. So they're still around. It was great to see them. But anyways, this is sort of the tail end of the reunion. We have some of the alumni and then some of the current students who are Bucerius Law students here. And you can see that they're having brunch. This is, again, sort of the end of the program. But yeah, this law school has been really instrumental for me in the sense that it really opened up my eyes to the potential of being an international lawyer. Even though right now I don't consider myself entirely international, but I do run a remote law firm in the sense that I can work internationally. So I am doing that right now. So this law school really helped open up my eyes to the possibility of having an international presence and being international and being with international students who are now lawyers and some of whom I still keep in contact with. It was quite productive and instrumental in shaping my legal identity. As well, being in Hamburg, Germany, it was wonderful in that I managed to travel to a large number of European countries when I was here. So every weekend I'd be somewhere else. So I'd take the train to a different city in Germany or some other country, or a Ryanair flight. I don't recommend Ryanair; they're terrible. But that was what I could afford at the time. I lived in hostels, $20 a night, very cheap, student housing. Yeah, different lifestyle back in the day. But I did all of that, and being at Bucerius and being in Hamburg, Germany, I was afforded the opportunity to travel to a lot of neighboring European countries by cheap flights or by rail. Starting with my friends, we group travel with my classmates, and then I started the habit of solo traveling, which I discovered I really enjoyed to travel on my own and to do solo trips. So the other thing that really I think was instrumental for me in being here was the travel opportunities to see a large number of European countries and to really understand the continent and understand the culture. And I completely fell in love with Europe. And since 2008, I've been back to Europe almost every year, at least once, sometimes multiple times, twice, sometimes 3 times, sometimes staying here for multiple weeks or months. And Europe is just a wonderful place. And I have a deep appreciation and now also a deep history with the continent. I guess I'm going to walk into the law school if this door is open. If it's not, I can't show it to you. But if it is, I will walk into... here we go. All right. So I'm inside the school. This is the sort of atrium area. Now, for those of you who are following me or maybe paying attention, I actually filmed a video here years and years ago. It's on YouTube. It's one of the first videos in my YouTube channel. Not in this particular atrium, but I think upstairs on the second or third floor, maybe on the third floor, at the very top, there was an area where I filmed a segment for a competition at the time called Canada's Next Great Prime Minister, which was a student competition. I will see if I can find that particular room where I did the filming. So I'm walking up the stairs. I may be able to find it, I may not. If I am, and I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be here right now, but most of the people are somewhere else, but who cares, right? I'm an alumni, I'm allowed to walk into this building. I'm sure I have some special alumni privileges. As well, for any of you thinking of doing an international law exchange, here is my little pitch. Bucerius Law School is an excellent place to do it. It's top quality legal education. The professors here are second to none. And this is just not just because I'm an alumni of the school, but truly the education here was superb. I remember I had this one professor who was quite renowned, Professor Ogus. He was quite a renowned professor, and I took a class on regulation and deregulation, and very inspirational professor. And while here, I also learned a tiny bit of German, and learned more about the German political system, different parties and in the German political system and German politics, which was really cool. Was it here that I filmed? In here? Maybe it was, I don't know. I'm gonna flip the camera over. Maybe it was this room. I remember it was close to the top. So this is in the dome area of the law school, as you can see. I'm gonna try going up perhaps one more flight of stairs. There may not be anything above where I am now, but I will try. I'm gonna try to find that room where I filmed the segment. If it still exists, or maybe they've converted it to something else. Oh, okay, so I've entered into what appears to be a hallway. I will explore just a little bit more, but otherwise I think I should probably then leave. I am not going to be able to find that room. Okay, so I can't find it. I was hoping I'd be able to find that room, but yeah. Bucerius Law School, what can I say? I made some really good friends here. I had some amazing friendships. I remember one of my best friends was Mantas. I don't know what Mantas is doing right now, but Mantas from Lithuania, and he's a great guy. So he was my best friend at Bucerius. Mantas, if you're watching this, hello. I still remember you. And there were groups of American students here who are great. Some students from Hong Kong and China who I befriended. And overall, just a fantastic experience. I also made some friends with some of the German students who were not international students, but they were just the local German students who were studying here as well. And they were a great bunch. So when I was in Hamburg, I lived actually in the south of the city, in this area called Veddel, Veddel, pronounced Veddel. And yeah, sort of the industrial working class area of town with a large Turkish population. And I survived mostly off doner kebab, which is shawarma essentially. And that was my student diet, and a healthy dose of ramen noodles because I couldn't afford anything else at the time. I was very very conservative and very frugal with my funds, which were limited. So I had to, count my coins. And a doner kebab was 3.5 euros. So that was, dinner. I always asked for a little bit extra so I can feed myself. And then I would buy a head of romaine lettuce or cabbage and instant noodles, and that would be, dinner for a week. Yeah, so I was very frugal, very conservative. My living situation was quite Spartan. It was just a small room that was shared. I did not remember who my roommate was. He didn't really speak a lot of English, but he was sort of a diminutive, tiny German guy. I don't remember his name, but he was not at Bucerius Law School. But he was a quiet roommate. I had generally good, fond memories of the city as well. I spent a lot of time on the Reeperbahn, which was sort of one of the main party streets. Had many fond memories on the Reeperbahn, and often my friends and I would go out in the evenings to the Reeperbahn and indulge and enjoy the nightlife. So yeah, here we are back at the front of the law school. In a couple of days, I'm going to Slovenia to perform a piano concert. I will also put that up on YouTube. So it was a good reunion. I'm happy to be here. I do wish to come back one day. Hopefully they'll invite me back to be a speaker. I'm talking to the alumni people, and I would love to be a speaker here and to do a presentation or a seminar at some point for the students. I would love to contribute to the school in some way. That's all I have to say. The school is not necessarily close to too many tourist attractions, so I don't think I'd turn this video into a walking tour. Otherwise, I'd show you other parts of Hamburg, but I think I'll just keep this video about Bucerius Law School. Well, one more thing. I mean, this is kind of neat. They had, here, I'll show you. They had food tents here last night, and they had a whole party here with different food tents. Oh, I want to show you one person. This is a very, very important, very famous person. This is Kasia. Kasia's been here for, what is it, 20 years? You've been at Bucerius?
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, 23 years. This is just for the YouTube channel. So Kasia was my administrator when I was here in 2008. A lovely lady. We've had a long friendship since then, and Kasia is one of the long-standing members of Bucerius. She's the face of the law school, as I like to say. This is Kasia, the most famous person at Bucerius.
Thank you very much. We're very happy to have you here back.
Yeah, no problem. Do you want to say anything about Bucerius to the international audience?
That's the best law school in Germany. Everybody is welcome. If you're interested in the international programs, just join. Come to us. Yeah.
Well, you have to listen to Kasia, right? Kasia's the boss. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, Kasia was here when I was here 15 years ago, so it was really good to see some familiar faces. And yeah, we have little tents here, and they had food trucks. So last night was a lot of fun. Okay, that's it about Bucerius Law School. I hope all of you are having a great time at home, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.